What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be going back through the years and looking at our favorite cards in my team. These are not necessarily going to be the best cards in the world. They're just going to be my favorite cards from this channel. So we started off our channel back in 2k15, so not going to start it off on talking about 13 or 14. And again, like that's kind of looking back to me at like 16/17. It's like it was kind of a long time ago at this stage. Like 2k13. If I went back, like LeBron, Steph, Gerald Green, Orlando Johnson, everyone's favorite cards. 2K14, everyone had the same team because you could buy team packs. So, yeah, anyway, we're going to start off with 2K15 right here. So, 2K15, obviously Zach LaVine. This was everyone's favorite card for the first while in this game. His three-pointer was 79. It felt like he was like 95. Speed should have been 100. Vertical was literally 100. Defense, this game didn't matter. Good lateral quickness anyway. But the 98 driving dunk. This was back when dunking was broken at the start of this game. You literally, every time you held turbo and square, you got a dunk. And it was just a really weird thing. This lavine was probably the best card in this game at that stage. It was absolutely crazy how good this lavine card was. Then we have got Julius Erving. This Dr. J card, I had a series called like Play to Win. He was my star. Basically, anytime I just gave the ball to Dr. J, he would score. I get it, his three-point rating was only 82, but I'm telling you, he hit like 70% of his threes. Perfect speed, perfect speed, quickness, vertical, as well as driving dunk. This entire set had like perfect speed. And there was no speed with ball rating, so any center with high speed could just literally turbo down the court. And also, I'm pretty sure speed boost, even if speed boosting was a thing, people didn't use it because you would just turbo. Because there was no speed with ball. Literally, there was no such thing. Everyone was at the same speed at all times. So, don't remember anyone using turbo moves. Then there was Michael Jordan. So, there were so many different Michael Jordans in this game. But for me, this 1991 Jordan was the best. So, I picked him up towards kind of only the last couple of weeks in the game when he kind of went down to an affordable price. This three ball was a complete lie, but the mid-range was ridiculous, especially this moving mid. Him taking fadeaway midi leaners went in every single time. Speed, again, he had the broken driving dunk of 99. Speed was perfect. And while stats-wise he wasn't as good as this Dr. J, in-game he was equally as good. And then we have got, if you guys watched, I'm pretty sure this video is still on the channel, the All Centers Challenge. This was back in 2K15. It wasn't that it was hard to green, it was harder to green now. But Myers Leonard in an all centers challenge greened something like 7 3-pointers in a row. 92 standing shot 3 might as well have been 99. He was ridiculous. He was 78 overall. This was back when theme was based on the tier. So like Ruby could be any card. Like you could have a 99 overall Ruby, or also you could have a like 70 overall Ruby. It was completely random. But Myers freaking Leonard, this card was ridiculous. One of the best releases in the game. I actually ran him as my 2 guard for a while. And then, my point guard, Darryl Dawkins. The prime example, when everyone talks about going back to realistic NBA 2K15. 2K16 was more realistic, except for people pulling up from half court. But, like, I'm telling you, 99 speed, quickness. That also included 99 speed of ball, by the way. It was also very difficult to get steals, and a 99 driving dunk. You just turboed to the basket with this guy, and you would score. Straight up, you caught a rebound, you turboed the whole way. He was my point guard. I barely lost a game in this. He was my point guard whenever I was trying to complete road to the playoffs. He was God tier. He was just straight up God tier. This entire Dunk the Funk set, if you guys don't know, every single one of them, it says here in one of the comments, collection ruined the game, 99 speed cheese. And then it made it fun. There are still people that have that attitude, like, oh yeah, like, the same people that are complaining now about the game being unrealistic, when they saw this set, most of them were saying, oh, it's so much fun using these fast players. Like, 2K can't win, so when people are looking for realism, 2K are just going to do what makes them more money, because they can't win either way. Then we're on to 2K16. So this was the least I've ever played a 2K game, including 13 and 14. 2016 was a year where, really until the summer, I did very, very little on this YouTube channel. I think I focused more, like, if I put in the work I did in 17 and 16, I'd be a lot better off than I am now, that's all I'm going to say. But I didn't enjoy this game. Straight up, I didn't. The missed greens are frustrating. And also, this was kind of the last year I took, like, actual basketball seriously. It was my first year playing in the National League. I didn't make it, but I had hoped at the start of the year I was going to make the national team for my age. But, yeah, so this year I really don't remember too much. But Channing Frye was a god. Like, I came back into it towards the end of the year, but Channing Frye was an absolute god in this game. Channing Frye, he also was one of the very few players in this game to have limitless range. His 3-ball was 98, so he just didn't miss. He had half-court range. He was ridiculous, lads. He was absolutely ridiculous. Then there was, like, the original, like, meme of the channel, Kristaps Porzingis. So, if you guys don't know, Kristaps was the original Reggie Lewis, the original Dean Wade. Like, he was an 81 overall, and even when I had a bunch of diamond cards, I was still using Kristaps in my team. He had a set 83-point shot. That was a lie. That was straight up a lie. His speed was a lie. He was just absolutely crazy. I don't think I was big enough at this stage that anyone mentioned me in this. No, I think I had like 700-800 subscribers when like he was the god of the channel, but this card is my favorite card in the game. Then there was Steph Curry, half-court range. Everyone knows about this card. They gave all Steph Curry's limitless range at the same time, and whether it was this Steph Curry, the 99 Steph Curry, this Steph Curry was almost as good as the 99, by the way. But whatever Steph Curry you were using, basically, he had half-court range. Steph, this was the game of Steph. And there was Diamond James Harden. He was very, very affordable from what I remember. Looking at his stats now, like, these are awful defensive stats, but he could still cook on offense. This was probably the year with the most realistic cards. Apart from, like, the limitless range shooters and the, like, Dwayne Wade with, like, a 97 three-pointer. This probably was the most realistic we'd seen cards-wise. But I have a weird feeling that 2K made almost no money this year. Even though it was, like, the best received game, I have a weird feeling because of what they did with 17 that 2K made very little money. Then there was Paul Millsap. Lads. Do you guys have to remember Paul Millsap? He was, like, the cheapest diamond in the game, but he was one of the best cards in the game. Like, these stats right here. Yeah, I get it, not great speed, but for 2K16, this card was insane. He was insane. He's the best defensive player in the game, one of the best shooters in the game. And this guy was so cheap because his name was Paul Millsap. He was crazy good. Then we're on to 2K17. And one of the weird things with 2K17 is that none of these web pages work. Oh no, they do. Most of the web pages don't work. So I'm going to have to search it through this right here. So for me, the kind of first like meme card of the channel, this entire page is frozen right now. Okay, this is a kind of weird situation. Just let me go to all players. There's something glitchy with 2K Empty Central's 2K17. That's all I'm gonna say. There is something really, really glitchy with it. And if this page isn't gonna load here, I'm just gonna talk about the 5 players right now. So, first player is. It seems like 2K17 just glitches this entire thing. So, I'm just gonna talk about them now. So the first player, Reggie Lewis. Reggie Lewis was like, again, the original Dean Wade / hedo of the channel. One of the originals. Reggie Lewis, Ruby was a god. I think I picked him up, because you can put badges on players, I picked him up with a +9 3-point shoot. Dude was unstoppable. Then there was Kristaps Porzingis speed boosting. Kristaps Porzingis was a 7'3" speed booster before anyone could do that. Again, you could put gold, limitless range on him. He had unbelievable stats. One of the glitchiest players in the game. Then there was Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Ilgauskas, back before every center in the game could shoot the lights out. Ilgauskas was a 7'3" center who, while he was slow, again, it was before the ball handling centers minus Porzingis. I ran Porzingis at the 2. Ilgauskas was just a sniper. He was an absolute sniper, could rebound, and was huge. Then there was Nikola Jokic. Jokic was a god, his diamond card. Basically, they gave him the best release in the game. Even though he went from the worst release in the game on his amethyst, they gave him the best release in the game on his diamond, because halfway through the year, they just gave everyone the same release. And he had the best release in the game, was super fast, could speed boost, also had a huge wide player build. And I used to run him at center. I used to play Ilgauskas at power forward. It was a really weird lineup I ran. It was like Kareem at small forward, Ilgauskas power forward, and Jokic center. And Jokic could kill the other team center because he was too fast. My entire team was a mismatch. And then there was the pink diamond Westbrook. Pink Diamond Russell Westbrook. Man, that card was insane. That card was absolutely insane. Nearly everybody got him in locker code. He could hit leaners from everywhere. Release was good. Dunking was good. He was just ridiculous in NBA 2K17. Now we are on to NBA 2K18. So 2K18 was kind of a stagnant year for 2K and a kind of stagnant year for my channel. This was the year where the B-Ball Daily channel really took over as my like main priority. The 2K17 was kind of a great year, kind of blew up for the channel. And then I took the 2K18 year off college and man, it was a disaster. Everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. But at the end of the day, it was the year of Fortnite, so everything was kind of not great that year. But the first player was the best card in the game by a significant amount, Giannis. This Giannis card right here was really, really good. Again, this is back when diamond shoes were +9 to 3-point. And you could also put badges on people. So everyone had him gold range extender. He had one of the best releases in the game. Also, everyone put a +9 3-point shoe on him, which meant his 3-ball went from like 88 to 97. So literally everyone had this as like a perfect card. He was the best card in this game and it was not even close. Then, Dragon freaking Bender, lads. Dragon freaking Bender. This card, my God, he was like the Porzingis 2K16. He was my center for the longest time. And it's a really weird one, like, he had bad defense, but nobody could play defense in 18. It didn't matter if you had 99 or 40 defense. You were getting blown by every time. Like, everyone had no clamps, basically, in 2K18. 19, everyone in Hall of Fame clamps. 18, no one had any clamps. So, he had a 93 ball with a good release, as well as that 70 speed, 69 acceleration, 67 speed ball. That was a lie. That was a lie. It felt like it was in the 90s. He just blew by everybody. He was ridiculous. He was my ball handler in pick and roll situations. This card was incredible, lads. Incredible. And then, oh, you guys forgot. You guys thought I forgot. Rafe LaFrance. This was the best pick and pop big in the game to start the game. So, the funny thing with this card was that, like, he's got 25 intangibles, but these stats right here, they were identical to his Sapphire from NBA 2K17. Every single stat was the exact same except intangibles. So, this card, right, in 2K18, the game started off with everybody at a Sapphire. So, like, people were still spending 70, 80k on rubies up to December. However, this guy was realistically, he was a Sapphire. When people spend 20, 30k on Sapphire cards, he was as good as a Sapphire because he was identical to his previous year's Sapphire. So, everyone used Rafe LaFrance. Like, it was up until December. I think it was like, I'm trying to think when people stopped. I don't even remember, but everyone used this card. Then, we've got the best center in this game by a mile, Kareem. So, Kareem, again, he was another one. He had a 78 open shot 3. Everyone put a diamond shoe on him, basically. Everyone had a diamond shoe on him, as well as, I think it was Mike D'Antoni gave him a +5 3-point boost as a coach, because there was like system proficiencies and everyone late on in the game had 100 in them all. So, he basically had like 99 everything. Except for speed of ball and ball control. The speed boosting centers did not really come into the game until NBA 2K9. Until NBA 2K20, let's be real. Until this year's speed boosting centers. So, for some reason, something wrong with this page. And if you guys don't know about this Harden, lads, this James Harden card right here, he was glitched. So, when he came out in packs, everyone, literally every pack, James Harden came out. But at the same time, James Harden was one of the best cards in the game. Maybe not at the end, but at the time he was. At the time he was. No, there was like no pink diamond cards. A couple of pink diamond, like Kobe's, I think there was 8 of him. And then for Carmelo Anthony, there was like 20 of them or something. There had been so few pink diamond cards in the market. And this Harden just came out. He was incredible. And everyone had him because he was so cheap. Now we are on to NBA 2K19. Another big year for the DBG channel. Like, funny thing is that had 2K19 gone badly, this channel I probably would not be here right now. But it went well. So, first of all, one word, 6 letters, the leaner, lads. 2K19 was the year of the leaner, especially the normal 4 leaner, or the hedo leaner. So, there were better cards with normal 4 leaner, Opal Paul George, Opal AK, but hedo's the most iconic. He is the most iconic because he had that unbelievable behind the back to go to as well. Then, Sapphire Tracy McGrady. Sapphire T-Mac was incredible. He was absolutely incredible. I get it, he had terrible defense, but everyone had Hall of Fame clamps that year. It didn't matter what your defense was. He could clamp people up. Only 3 gold badges, it didn't matter. He was a sniper. He had T-Mac release. He could dunk on everybody, and he came out early enough in the year. He was incredible. He came out in December. Then their last 3, the holy trinity of rubies. Thon Maker. He had the Giannis crossover. He had a great release. Again, everyone had Hoff clamps. Super speed at the time and could speed boost. He was crazy good. Jonathan Isaac, one of the best cards in the game. Straight up. He was better in 18, I think, because of the blow-by, but he was an elite defender. You could literally put Giannis, or everyone who was running Giannis, you could just put Jonathan Isaac on him. And with these defensive stats, he couldn't necessarily stop him, but he could do as good a job as anybody at guarding. Then last up, Mo Bamba. Man, this release was auto greens for like 3 weeks, and then they did something to nerf it. But he was ridiculously good. Now, we are on to this year, lads. We are on to 2k20. First up, he's got to be here. He's got to be here. It's Dean freaking Wade, lads. A card that literally we got in this game. Dean Wade is a fan favorite. Hell no. Dean Wade's a DBG channel favorite. And this audience right here, we managed to get this Dean Wade. And that is it is one of the craziest things that has happened this year. Huge shout out to Mike Stauffer as well for getting this card in the game. He was always in my streams when I was kept asking about Dean Wade cards. Huge shout out to him. He's like basically one of the people that's in charge of putting the cards into the game. So huge shout out to him. Then Mr. Isak Bonga himself. Pro A tween was just ridiculous. He was my point guard for so long. He's just unbelievable. Unbelievable, lads. And of course, lads, better than Kobe Bryant, Nick Batum. Do I believe he's better than Kobe? No, in game. Definitely not. Would I say if I was putting together a team, would I rather him than Kobe? Yes. And I still agree with what I said at the time. But Nick Batum, man, he was in every budget squad, wasn't he? He was in every budget squad. Then we got to put Hedo in. We've got to put Hedo in because while I did prefer Hedo in 19, he was still a beast in 20. He was still fantastic. So I'm putting Hedo right in here. Again, stats-wise, way better than he was in 19. He actually probably is the same price he was in 19. Problem is that every card got better. But for me, Hedo's still an iconic card this year. Then, Kristaps. Kristaps, the best primary 2 guard in this game, in my opinion. A ridiculous card. Fully deserving of all the high praise it gets. So anyway, that's the video. That is pretty much it. That is the video going over the best cards for me every year in 2K. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.